tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to set up our zone-to-zone pricing. You should go through our first tutorial in regards to how to set up your zone map, as this will be very useful for this tutorial. So to create zone-to-zone pricing, i.e. pricing to go from one location area to another location area, first you'll need to set up the different named zones. You do that by going to localization and then to zoning. You can see here we already have two different areas. Let's say we want to create new areas. So for example, we'll look at Fulham. We'll draw around this area here using the draw a shape option. We'll rename that selected zone to Fulham. Rename. And let's go ahead and create another zone around Chelsea. Rename that to Chelsea. And then we'll update the zone map. Now you can see there's now two new zones, one under Fulham and one under Chelsea. You'll then go to localization and then to rules. Once there, click create a new rule. You're first going to need to give your rule a name, so we're going to go ahead and put in Fulham to Chelsea, and we'll say it's a £10 flat fare as a description. The rule status will be active, and the event trigger will be before placing a booking. You want to check all of the following conditions, and you want to set it to trigger unlimited times. So here is the variable operating values that you'll need to specify in order to trigger this rule, and then its followed actions. So first of all, you need to go and click pick up location GPS, and the operator is within zone. We're going to go ahead and put in the zone Fulham. We'll click plus. Also, we also want the drop off GPS to be within zone Chelsea. Should these two match, i.e. the pickup location is within that zone and the drop off is within that zone, then it will complete the actions below. So what we're going to want to do is set it to a flat rate of £10. So we're going to go ahead and change the mileage total to £10. We're going to go ahead and change the pickup total to 0. I'm going to go ahead and change the minutes total to 0. By default, your routing will use the default fare table, but by setting these on top, if this rule is matched as true, then these actions is what will then be enforced in that pricing. So it will override your default fares and set the mileage to £10 and everything else to 0. Once done, click create new rule. Now you can see up here it says the new rule has now been created and can be seen below. So let's go ahead and test this. We'll go to bookings and click create. So you can see just about the two little zones there. So I'm going to go ahead, put in Fulham. And now we're going to put in Chelsea. As you can see, the estimated fare is £10. It's gone ahead, it's made the pickup fee 0, distance £10, and the minute 0. So if we were to have put in a different address, as you can see, because it's outside of that zone, it's gone ahead and enforced the default fare table, so the minute fee is 27 and the distance is 9. That's how you set up your zone-to-zone rules. If you want to do the reverse, i.e. Fulham from Chelsea to Fulham, you will simply go back to the localization, go to rules, go to the rule you just created. You'll want to swap the variables here from pickup to drop off is within zone, and then change this one to pickup location is within zone. Therefore, the pickup is Chelsea, the drop off is Fulham. You'll also want to rename the title as well. Then once done, instead of clicking modify existing rule, you want to add it as a new rule. So click add as new rule. And now if you look at your rules, you'll see you'll have two separate rules, one from Fulham to Chelsea and one from Chelsea to Fulham. Now if we were to go back and do this, you will find that that new rule will then be enforced. If you hadn't have created that rule, it would use the default fare tables. So let's go ahead and put in Chelsea. going to Fulham. And there we go, it shows the estimated fare price at £10.